All right, guys, how's it going? Well, here I am in the United Kingdom. I am in Barbados, the Costa del Yorkshire. For those of you that might be in America or something, that's not a real place. It's Scarborough in North Yorkshire, but we call it Barbados. All right, this is my hometown, and I'm here for a wedding. Lovely jubilee, what a great day. I can't think of anything better I'd like to do than attend a wedding. Although I do get to see my family and friends, so we'll have a few beers later. So my viewers and people that have followed the Cop Talk website since the 1990s, when I was a young man, when I was 23, when I started at 50 now, they know that when I go away, shit happens, right? Always, sod's law. The minute I go, stuff fucking kicks off. Mo Salah contract being signed, Virgil van Dijk contract being signed, Liverpool Football Club being put up for sale. It's non-stop. Go and check the comments on yesterday's videos on this channel and the Duncan Oldham channel. The link is in the video description to that channel. And you will see everyone saying, "Don't, will you please stay away so we can get Isak done?" So the good news is I'm going away in August as well for 4 days, all being well, right? So maybe something will go down then. And maybe not just online, you know what I'm saying. So, Alexander Isak. I didn't have a real opportunity to talk to you guys yesterday about this. In this video, I'm not going to be giving you anything new, I don't think. I guess it's just where I am with it. My long-term viewers, you know, they will know that I've always said, no, I think we'll go for him in the summer. Everyone's like, nah, we're not going to do that. And then obviously we signed Ekitike. And it was like, oh, that's dead now. He's not ambitious. He's not handed in a transfer request. When I was like, nah, just wait and see. Do you know what I mean? Because the right people were saying that we maintained our interest in him. And that was backed up only a couple of days ago by Paul Joyce, right? At the Times, who is the man when it comes to Liverpool football. He's behind me a little bit, but he's the man. You know what I mean? He said Liverpool retained their interest in Isak. And what I've always said, and, you know, you get the Newcastle fans coming and caps locking me to death on that, even though I respect their club and everything, you know. But what I've always said is that, one, I didn't believe this, or if he doesn't hand in a transfer request, like, because, like, the other day, a week ago, say, people were saying he hasn't handed in a transfer because he's got no ambition. I'm like, no, hang on a minute, maybe he's just trying to do things the right way for once, you know, and be respectful to the club. And I said, if nothing goes in his favour, you know, having stayed calm and not putting that pressure on the club, maybe he will be forced to do something else. And I've always said, I think it's about getting in his head, all right? We have analysed, you, me, Dave, my AI assistant that I've been training for 9 months now. We've analysed many articles from the Northeast, from their top journals, that basically said, Isak's not for sale, but he is. At the right price, kind of thing. So there was always openings. We always picked little bits in it, didn't we? You know, and I've just always thought that if Liverpool could get in his head, right, that we'd get him. I did. Go through my videos, I'll tell you that. When everyone else has said, oh, it's a stupid chubs, it'll never happen, you know, I was like, no, I think it will happen, you know. And listen, I'm not like a fanboy, you know, when it comes to top flight. Most people know I follow lower league football. I'm not interested in the top flight game anymore, believe it or not. I'm really not. I support Liverpool because I'm season ticket holder, shareholder. I've fulfilled all my dreams. This has been my life since I was a young man, right? Cop top. And then that's why, you know, because it's changed so much. It's all about money. George Sefton leaving Anfield, right? That to me is like one of the biggest blows ever. Not that we might lose Luis Diaz. You know, George Sefton used to write for Cop Talk years ago. The game's changing, it's money, it's just not what it was for me personally. To you, you love it, right? And maybe I should be all like, hey, I'm a super fan. I couldn't give a fuck, guys. You know that, right? I don't think it affects my work at all. If anything, it means you're getting someone with like total, like, not blinded opinions, right? So the reason I say all that to you is because if you're a Newcastle fan watching this and you think I'm like, knocking one out because we might get him. I don't care if we get him or not, to be honest with you. I'd like to see him signed, but I'm not going to cry about it if we don't sign him. I just always thought that Liverpool would make a move later in the window for him, and this is an opinion I've had for a long time. I thought we'd do a bit of activity at the beginning, it'd go quiet, and then boom, towards the end of the window. A little bit sooner than I thought. Now, I've noticed, obviously I'm not working as efficiently as I would at the moment because I'm not in my office. You know, I'm travelling. I'm sat in the garden in boxer shorts, for goodness sake. But I've noticed the Northeast coming out with this, oh yeah, it could be sold to Saudi, but then this would be complicated and this and it. Listen, right, that boy wants to play for Liverpool Football Club, in my opinion. And I think he has for a while. And do you know where I think it really turned? I think it turned when we signed Isak. Verts. I think it turned then, right? Because all of us were like, WTF, right? That showed Liverpool were just like back there, we can just go and get who we want. If you sign a player like that, I'm sorry, you can't. Nothing to do with splashing the cash. No, that's not what I mean at all. German boy, all his life wanting to go to Bayern, right? As most German boys do. It's a huge thing out there. The football industry thought he was going there, and Liverpool just went, nah, come and play for a real football club, Sonny. That's what Shanks would have said, right? And you must have players like Isak that are like, oh, I love Newcastle, it's really good. You know, we're going to be challenging now, maybe, but with Liverpool, I could win it, and I'm not getting any younger, and that was my chance. Now, I know that he also has had, aspirations of Barcelona before. How do I know that? Because I monitor the Spanish football dailies every day, and I've done for a long time, and I live in Spain, right? And the chatter out there has always been, privately he said that he'd be interested in Barcelona, but you can be interested in Barcelona and another club. Like, well, if I'm going to stay in the Premier League, I'll go to Liverpool. That'd be good. That'd work for me. If I got that opportunity to go to Spain, yeah, Barca would be my preference, right? So, but I don't think it was like Luis Diaz's sort of desire or dream to go and play for Barcelona, that kind of thing. So we know that his agents, Isak's agents, spoke with Barcelona in November last year, right? But they couldn't do anything, right? Because of shit, the finances and stuff like that. If Barcelona were as, well run as our club by FSG, they've been on that FSG outstanding, I think. Then I can't believe I'm saying that. If Barcelona were run well, then maybe they would have got Isak. Now, I don't know what will happen. I don't claim to be ITK. I know a few things more than others, though. But I'd be very, very surprised if it don't happen. Honest, guys, I will. I'd be very surprised. But it's about that. And if Newcastle want to dig in, that can be the problem, right? But the player, look at the back pages of the fucking papers today. They're amazing. Let me find them for you. If I go to Cop Talk on Facebook, right, or you can follow at Cop Talk on X, right? I put the back pages on earlier. There's the first one. Look at that. Ready when you are. Oh. Isak eyes exit. Away the lad, right? All because he wants to go and play for Liverpool. Newcastle, that's it. What's the relationship going to be like now? I've seen Newcastle fans, the ones that are all right with me, that realise, they don't need to caps lock me to death, ranting and raving like, fuck you, if you don't want to play for... Do you know what? And that's what happens. That's why you don't hand in a transfer request, because if you hand in a formal transfer request, you're severing your relationship with the fans. And if it doesn't work out, whoa, right? So he's kind of said, hey, look, I'd like to leave, right? Which isn't really going down well with their fans, right? And it's difficult to come back from that. I mean, you can be forgiven, I think so. But when a player wants out, I think it happens. I do, guys. And like I've said about Rodrigo, I think Liverpool have an interest in Rodrigo, but they wouldn't splash the cash immensely. They wouldn't meet Real Madrid's 100 million valuation. Whereas with Isak, I think Liverpool go, yeah, we just, we'll pay it like they did with Verts, And when this first came out, that Liverpool were interested, I mean, I'd been saying it well, like just saying, because I'm ITK, right? When it came out that we were interested, I was out with some fans, some football fans, let me reword that, some friends they support other football clubs, Premier League clubs, and they all went, fuck it, if you sign Isak, league's over, might as well give up. So that's what they think. I don't know whether that would be true or not. I don't think anything guarantees anything. But the rival fans, it's always good to listen to rival fans, especially about your own club, if they're not like Arsenal fans, like 10-year-olds that just, Liverpool, you are poo and stuff like that. What the fuck you on about, Sinico? I mean the grown-ups that'll sit to you and go, look, I hate your club, but fuck me, if you sign these, you've got to listen to them people and their views, Anyway, we'll see what happens. I hope nothing happens today, because I'm at this bloody wedding. You know what I mean? I don't know. Right, I'm off. I just wanted to chime in on it because I didn't get a chance to speak to you yesterday. I know there's all these freaking Twitter... They're throwing all the quotes up from different journalists that will affect your mood. You'll go up, you'll go down, right? Pay zero attention to them. Listen to Ornstein, listen to Joyce, and on this one, I think I would listen to Fabrizio Romano a little bit, right? For the agent side of things, right? Don't waste your time listening to all these other fuckers trying to get in on it. Just don't. It's pointless. And not only that, I don't think you need to listen to any of those journalists I've just told you. And I have, when I say journalists, I mean Joyce and Ornstein. I just want to make that clear. I don't see Romano as a journalist, all right? Not knocking him before somebody, what's wrong with him? Pay per tweet, just saying. What I'm saying is, I think common sense is all you need to know, isn't it? We've got in his head, he knows he can go and join the fucking champions, and he's at the right age to do it, right? Common sense. The only thing that stops this from happening, the only thing that stops this from happening is Newcastle ask for too much money in Liverpool. Go, nah, you can fuck right off. And then it's on the player, right? It's on the player then. But the more aggressive and shitty it gets, then the fans are it's just going to get nasty. So Newcastle, in my opinion, they'll be going, look, we can sell him, we've reinvested, we've reinvested, we will continue to reinvest, we'll be all right kind of thing. That's what I think. We shall see, right? But my opinion, I would be very surprised if we don't sign this boy. All right, guys, I'll leave it with you. Listen, if you're a hater, right, and you're going to leave a nasty comment, right, from the Newcastle side of things, listen to me. You're entitled to your opinion. Haters are even entitled to their opinion. But the difference between yours and mine is people pay for mine. Don't you forget that. Guys, listen, have a great weekend. We're at the weekend, aren't we? I don't know what fucking day. It's Friday. If you enjoyed this video, if you're a Liverpool fan, thumbs up the video, all right? If you're a Newcastle fan, I understand. Drop me a comment if you want. If you leave a nasty comment, you'll just be banned and no one will see it other than you. We'll never hear from you ever again. You'll be sent to that naughty boys corner, you know what I'm saying? And if you want to get me a beer or a coffee, there's a super thanks button. It's a love that under the video, all right? But it don't come through till next week, that one. On YouTube, take 30%. There's a Revolut link in the video description. That comes through to me today, which means I can get pissed today on you. It's true. And it'll flash up on my phone like, oh, look at that, man. Dave sent me a fucking pip. Man, nice one. But don't forget, I'm in England. It's not Spanish prices, so you need to be a bit more generous. Boom, boom. And it pisses my haters off when I tell them in the morning briefing who bought me a beer or a coffee. All right. Right, guys, I'm off. I really, really have to fucking go. All right. I'll see you in a bit. Oh, I need to go and record my morning briefing over on the other YouTube channel, Duncan Oldham. The link's in the video description and it's on the screen. All right, guys, take it easy, man. Keep the faith.